Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony. This is the 15-minute gaming channel, and today we're in Assetto Corsa to look at the best track mods you can download for free and play on the PC. I'll also show you quickly before the video starts just how to download a track and where to save it so you can also access these. Links will be in the description. Without further ado, let's crack straight on with it. So you can skip all this if you know it already, but just very quickly showing you how to do it. Navigate to your folder within Steam Apps is generally where you're going to find it. So mine Steam Apps, Common, and Assetto Corsa. You'll see a bunch of files once you're in there. Get your downloads. I've downloaded a car and a track because they kind of go in the same place. Go into content. You'll find in here tracks. You'll find all the tracks named which you've got already, plus any that you have already downloaded. And all you do is open the 7-zip or whatever program you use to download these things, and just click and drag the C1 or whatever the track's called into there, and then it'll just create that folder. The exact same thing with the cars. Just go in, get your cars, click and drag. Some may have to go into mods. If it says that, it'll tell you in the description. LA Canyon is an example of that one. Hope that makes sense. Right, so before we start this video, just remember, if you like this video, drop it a like, subscribe if you want to, hit that notification bell, and if you think someone might find this useful, share it. Right, let's have a look at these tracks. So first up, we have the Shuttle Expressway C1. This makes a list generally just because it's very unique in its feel within Assetto Corsa. It's not a track as such, it's a road. It's a real road. The Expressway was where illegal street racing was born in Japan in the 1970s and 1980s. This place is real. There's documentaries on it. There's manga series on it. It's where Midnight Club came from, you know, like the Midnight Club games. This is where these spawned from, was that illegal street racing. And just to see that in Assetto Corsa, with the buildings closing in on you, the open highways, the narrow turns, the tunnels you go under, the bridges, you can have a night mode on it, and just taking your Subaru Impreza, your Evo out round there and just drifting it around the corners and powering down the highways. There's just nothing quite like it on Assetto Corsa, and it is one of the most popular downloads on Assetto Corsa Club. I think it's something like almost 2,000 upvotes, which I just think goes to tell you how good of a track it is. So yeah, this has to make the list. It's a lot of fun. So a new track that's become one of my favorites is Sachsenring. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm really sorry if it's not. I don't speak German. But it is a German race circuit. It came out like 3 weeks ago on April 9th, 2021. It's by a guy called Gunner333. The track layout is from 2020 to 2021. I mean, in Germany, this hosts the MotoGP, GT Masters, Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, GT4, TCM Germany, and Formula 4 Germany. So I mean, you can see the racing pedigree of this track, and I'd never really heard of it before I downloaded it for this game. And what makes it kind of unique, I think, when you play it, is it goes up and down. The first section is very, very tight and technical, and then it really opens up, and it's got really tough last corner as you go uphill towards the start-finish straight. If you get that wrong, it can be a little bit touchy up there because you can lose a lot of speed. But it really involves some really close, tight racing, especially if you put like multi-class on there as well, and is such a good track layout. It looks realistic, it acts like you'd expect it to act, and just the overall look of this, the camera angles, and it's just really good track. If you download it, you do get 3 different versions. You get the race track, track day, and like a smaller compact one, so you do get 3 different ways to play it, and it's just such a good track. So up next is just one of my favourite circuits anyway. I really like this circuit. It is Doncaster Park by Brunn. Believe it or not, this mod came out in 2014 and it is currently updated to 2018 specs. So at least it's a little bit up to date. And it is obviously the home of the British touring cars GT3, GT4. I play this a lot on Assetto Corsa Competizioni because I just love this circuit. I love the way it handles. It is really hard to master. Like, it's not hard to pick up. In fact, for beginners, it's probably up there with one of the tracks I would say learn it, because you can really learn your racecraft on this one. But to master it, it can be very difficult. Some very tight turns. But I just love that back straight with the little bump towards the end. You know exactly where to brake. And it's got both layouts on here as well, so you can do the GP one, which goes around the like technical bit in the back if you want to, or you can just carry on past the chicane and down the start finish straight. And I just love it. And this mod is almost perfect. It looks great. Everything's where you'd expect it to be. Again, I always say this about tracks, but the camera angles really set it off. And the lighting effects as well. If you change the light of day, you can get some really difficult driving conditions, and it's just fantastic. So yeah, get that one downloaded. So up next is kind of one of them first tracks when I was a child I always remember hearing about in Le Mans 24/7. This is the 2017 version by Diego Lima. The mod first came out in 2014. For those who don't know, the Mans is 13 kilometers long, or just over 8 miles. It has some massively long straights, and if you're out in one of the proper cars, the LMS type ones over there, you can do 300 kilometers easily down them straights. It comes in 2 versions. It comes in day and night, and 2 layouts. You can do with chicane or without chicane. The chicanes are basically on them long straights just to break it up a little bit so you're not just going for bloody ages all the way down there. It is such a good circuit, this mod, and also the night version just looks fantastic. Everything looks as it should. It handles like it should. And for those endurance fans out there, you can't beat Le Mans 24 hours for that. Unfortunately, Assetto Corsa only lets you do a maximum of 120 laps, which is around about 16 hours, which is a bit of a shame. And you will have to use a mod if you want to go from day to night, which is called the Sol mod. But apart from that, it's a fantastic circuit and really well done. And last but certainly not least is the hill climb circuit in northern Germany called Bearglow by Gunner333. Yes, he's back on the list again. I love this hill climb. And hill climb is something I've also had a little bit of interest but not really taken part in. When I was trying to learn Assetto Corsa, I got my steering wheel and pedals. This was the track alongside Donington and also drag racing, where I kind of learned how to handle cars, how to get them into corners at low and high speed. And just taking the Mazda up this Bearglow circuit is so much fun. You can take Ferraris up there, anything, and it's just only about a minute long. And it's just fantastic. It's really well done. The scenery looks fantastic, and I've even compared it to real life, and it just looks amazing. Such a good way. And if you want a bit of competition added in there in a real challenge with your friends or something, Bearglow you cannot go wrong with. Highly recommended. So of course, with all these lists, they have to come to an end. And there is some honourable mentions. I would definitely put LA Canyons in there. I'd put Road America and Topanga Canyon in there as well. All 3 of them are fantastic little circuits. Just search them. You will find them. So yeah, if you agree with my choices, disagree, or have any other suggestions, put them in the comments below, because I don't know, there's so many tracks out there. I could be missing some really good ones. So put them in the comments. Let's get chatting about it. And thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one. Goodbye.